Ugh, non-competes, the bane of our existence. I'm Dr. Hochman, the medical matchmaker. As a family medicine physician and huge physician advocate, I help doctors to find the jobs of their dreams. The FTC recently announced that it is making a movement to ban non-competes. Now, that would be amazing. It's yet to be seen whether this will include physicians because, you know, we don't get those same things that other people get. But goodness gracious, would that be amazing or what? So, when you think about a non compete, this is a very large reason why physicians often cannot move, and sadly, why doctors end up leaving medicine entirely. I have spoken to so many physicians who call me up saying, "Hey, I'm miserable in my job for all the reasons that we all know of what's happening to physicians." And they call me up saying, "Could you please find me a job in this location?" So I'm like, "Great, let's do it. What is your non compete?" And a lot of doctors actually don't even know that they have a non compete. So they go take a look, and it turns out they actually cannot work, and therefore live where they want to be working. And what's really sad is that this leads to a lot of physicians either just leaving medicine entirely, which is really sad, or the new thing that has been coined called quiet quitting. And there's definitely a lot to be said for quiet quitting. I can make another video on that. But when you've lost your passion for your job, and especially something like medicine, where medicine is our calling, medicine is not just a job. We get into medicine because we're pretty dang passionate about helping people. But when you lose that, it's really a problem. So hopefully we can get rid of these. I really believe that, if we as physicians are able to move, we'll be treated better because, gosh, what better way to retain your employees and your physicians by treating them well and not by forcing them to stay with a crazy non compete. So I'm curious to hear what you guys think of this. Obviously, this would be better for all of us. Drop your comments below what you think. And I do understand from an employer's point of view the non compete, where the small physician owned practices that I speak with, when we talk about our non compete, a lot of it comes from a fear that the physician will leave, open up next door, and take all their patients with them. And that could financially devastate a practice. Now, those same practices are also the practices that are doing everything they can to make sure that the physicians are happy working there. They offer their physicians scribes. They care about their physicians' well being. They care about their physicians' opinions. They have amazing staff that stay forever because they treat them well. So it'll be really great when the hospitals that are just burning physicians out in droves are forced to treat their physicians well. Now, something else that I see is hospitals are employing their physicians at a guaranteed salary that is pretty high, and that is often what attracts the physician to the position. So, a lot of small private practices aren't always able to compete with the starting salary that's offered by the big systems. Now, what I see happen pretty commonly is that the physicians get used to these high salaries, and then when they switch over to a production model, they're not able to maintain that high salary unless they really, really churn through the patients. And this is what fuels a lot of our burnout as physicians. We're just trying to get through as many patients as possible. We're too busy to even realize that we're burned out. If the physician is able to leave, I believe there will be such huge changes as far as how the physicians are treated, but also the pay structure. Because if the pay structure doesn't change, what will end up happening is that physicians will stay for their guaranteed salary. And then once they hit RVU, they're going to leave because they realize that in order to maintain that salary, they're going to need to really churn through the patients. And we need to be focusing on our balance and our happiness at work so that when we're home, we can be home and really fully present. So I believe that if non competes are banned entirely, I believe this is going to have such large downstream effects, hopefully for the best. If we were to compare it to California, where non competes are not legal, Look at what happened in the tech industry. I mean, Silicon Valley is huge, and that's because they don't have non competes. And so the workers were able to move where they needed to move, they were able to innovate, they were able to do so many things. So it remains to be seen. I know Massachusetts also doesn't allow non competes, but that's only since roughly 2018. So if this becomes countrywide, I believe that changes will be wonderful. What do you think? And of course, if you're looking for a position, please let me know. I'd love to help you find one.